lead to a presentation item. It's the build up to a presentation item and a significant presentation, you know. But it also counts here because it was actually written as part of a Kate Villas follow-up deal with the main supplier who supplied that villa. Um, so it definitely scores as part of Kate Villas, and it definitely scores as part of the Founders Fund presentation because it's going from Founders Fund to Airbnb, and then from Airbnb to luxury retreats, Airbnb Luxe. So yeah, it's what I call a double word score. And what I've done is entangle all of the different categories so that quite often one key result scores in sometimes often two, but sometimes actually one key result will score in all six different major categories. Okay, so let's just skip down here. There's no need to focus other than these little notes. Note that above I maybe should have added. Ah, yeah, okay, here we go. Now, I shouldn't have actually. I should have changed that to. Yeah. Now, obviously, the first time you make money for years, and the first booking you've made successfully and completely handled on your own since, well, 2003, you know, that's a significant key result. And let's go to the planner. Well, what day was it? Yeah, you see there, it's got the 7 ticks. And the rule is there can only be 7 ticks per quarter per category. And this one came in right there. When the money came in, the booking was confirmed. All the build up to it, yeah, that got itself 5 ticks here and there. But the 7 tick is a 100-point bonus. See here? I scored 39 points that day, but gave myself a 100-point bonus for the 7 ticks. And just by the way, if I had another, let's say, 7 tick worthy Kate Villas event happen next week, I would then have to decide whether this or that was more 7 tick worthy. And if this was downgraded, which I very much doubt it will be, that would change to 50 points. And the previous one would change to 25. And so 7 ticks is 100 points. 6.5 is 50. 6 is 25. And 5.5, 12.5, and you can have, I think there are various rules that I've written before that you can see at a different point. So what I did this time is I didn't add that 100 points here. Maybe I should have done, and maybe I'll change my mind. We looked at this when we came straight in, so we'll work it out at a later point. But for now, because it throws the scores off on my little chart, seeing those bonuses in there, especially if I start including bonuses for 6.5 ticks, etc., etc., etc. So for now, the bonus will appear on the DP, the daily planner, but not on the KR key results weekly scores. Okay, I've got a slight twinge in my back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause and come back right at you after I've gone for a little walk around the house. And I'm back. And I'm back. Right. So, we were here. And the idea to not add the 100 points to this particular score. Okay. And you can see this, why it's got a 9 here, not a 7, is because the 7 ticks for this were added to the 2 ticks for the polygraph tweet, written but not tweeted. And there's so many rumors spread around by my pesky ex-staff that I'm going to call their bluff and try and get Peter Thiel's company Palantir to ask either one of the companies they make software for, which would be the NSA, the FBI, or the CIA, preferably the CIA, because they're better internationally known and they will be in London. But FBI would be fine, or the NSA would be great. To polygraph me on anything they want, which was always my objective, because I've got nothing to hide. I'm a red, we don't lie. So, you know, may as well use that to my advantage. And I'm taking in tweets from anybody who's heard any rumor about me, and I'm going to answer them all and then polygraph me answering them regularly, not just one polygraph once every month or so. Okay, so it's a good idea. It was a tweet I was going to send, but I thought, no, let's just refine it a little bit. Anyway, note that above I may, okay, we just talked about this, so let's carry on. Yeah, you know, I may go back to that. Yeah, that's me thinking, well, should I add it or should I not add those points for the bonus? And sorry, I'm not talking about the polygraph here. I'm talking about the booking. First, completely sole booking. When I say sole booking, I mean no staff assisting me whatsoever in any regard. Okay, so Thursday below we see. Yeah, we talked about the double word score. That's when a key result in category 1 also. No, here we go. This is different because below in 18.84 we see a second kind of double word score. As the task, we're now in category 2, Cape Villas, is for category 3, which is SWeb and coding. Now, the SWeb coding was for the Cape Villas website, because that is the prototype. Of course, it counts for Cape Villas and the coding category, and we're going to be adding these to the coding category very shortly. That is the purpose of this video. Okay, so here we are. We're now at now do I want to just make this a little bit smaller for now? I think I do, so I'm more used to it. Crazy thing is, you can see to the bottom right, I can't actually get to where I would move to the right. I can do it here. Okay, so I've got to find myself a category 3, copy and paste. This would obviously all be set up as part of the software once designed, and as I explained to Vincent earlier on, once you have a spreadsheet with all the formulas in, it's pretty close to a MySQL database in practice, and it's pretty easy for programmers to change a spreadsheet into a application, albeit not the moving things around, just the data and the formulas and the point systems, etc., etc., etc. Right, so here we go. We've got the header in there. SWeb, CDN problems, system, IT admin, and infra. That's automated machine infrastructure, part of AI. And thank you very much, Lee Marie Braswell, for teaching me that that shortening infra for that, and indeed for pushing me to learn more about AI, traditional AI, we would say, machine learning and infra. Okay, so now we're going to go to, and we're looking for anything, and there won't be much because this is more the weekend's work, so we might just read through the stuff. Yeah, nothing here. Yeah, I suppose the rotating of, no, that's more Kate Villas than it is program. Yeah, see, it's a double word score if I had done that. Yeah, so for instance here, this is important because this is actually works for SEO. It seems, although it needs to be tested, that each time I rotate and make a new homepage using the SWeb system, for instance, the Christmas homepage that I made yesterday, um, does seem to keep Google happy. And it should do because Google likes fresh content. If they see a new homepage with fresh content on it that is relevant, i.e., you're a villa rental company, you're sending Christmas wishes to your clients, intertwined in a page that has a load of relevant villas on it, then you know that's relevant content. So I only give myself a 1 tick for that, and I've got to put in the day. Of course, this I'm doing stuff now that would be done automatically by the software. This is part of the design. Okay, so I just realized I was chewing a Nicorette chewing gum in case my voice sounded a little bit slurry for the last 5 minutes. Okay, let's have a look for any more category free stuff. And there shouldn't be much category free stuff here, other than on the Friday I would usually start preparing. Um, and the fact that there isn't any, other than the rotation of the home page, is a good sign. It means I have executed my original plan. We get into the weekend, and this weekend's different because it's a holiday weekend. But usually this would be packed full of programming. Um, okay, here we've got some stuff. Yeah, okay. So this is a relatively good example. Saturday. Okay, now what I should do is cut everything out of the category, and I will do it in this just as this is relevant as I'm showing you. I may as well do it correctly. Fix footer bug, yeah, that's Condon letter, no. Vinny B, yes. T, no, that's not. So the first one got 4 points. Second one wasn't relevant. Third one got 3 points. So that's 7 points. So there's 7 points there. for clarity, should remove that and that. Okay, move on to the next one. Make footer widget 5.5. 5.5. Oh, 5.5. Make footer widget. You see, this isn't the most exciting thing to watch. And this should all be done automatically via the software once created. Copy widget, yeah. Rest. Okay. And you see here, I've given myself 3 stars for resting. I'm very, very, very liberal with my awards for health stars. You know, whatever it takes to get me to do what I need to do. You know, if I'm recovering from flu and I need to rest, I'll put in rest. You know, normally I would just work my way through, but it just made sense to rest. To be quite honest with you, it's not really rest because I was actually studying the book surrounded by idiots. So it's not rest, but, you know, that's more for next quarter when I redefine the categories. That'll have its own subcategory. Right, so sorry, where were we? 4 points there. Okay, 4 points there. Clear out the stuff that wasn't. There we go. Oops. That's my calorie count, by the way, below there. Doesn't have to have a calorie count. For me, it works. Well, crazy weight gain yesterday. Went up to 12 stone 12, whereas 3 days before I was 10 stone 6, 66 kilos, or 146 pounds. That's light, considering the photos you just saw of me, or a little way back. Okay, where were we? Okay, that's actually the inquiry that I've got, and that the phone call came in for earlier was important, but wasn't relevant to category 3. This is what's relevant, and I gave myself 3 points. So, put in the points, and traditionally, get rid of everything that's not relevant, so as it's easy for someone else to follow what I'm doing, easy for me to go back and see what I did. Okay, and lastly, rat presents, that's not relevant. See Nick and Lee have a bath. Okay, so there's only 1 point there on offer, and that's for the rotation. Look, you see, I can't even spell Saturday. It's a joke, isn't it? I can if I actually... That was a typo, not a spelling error, but really, my spelling, one of the worst in the world. Literally. Yeah, try spell literally would be difficult for me. Literally spelling literally is hard. Okay, Sunday. Was there any relevant stuff on Sunday? Oh yeah, there was the Christmas widget. That was definitely relevant. It should be Facebook profile. Yeah, so it's only those 2, and that was a 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3. And that's all. But, you know, this week was not supposed to be about SWeb CDM problem system, IT, admin, and infrastructure. So that I didn't get a huge score is not a disaster. That's just following the plan. You know, it would have been nice. There were some things that I wanted to do. I wanted to complete copying a bunch of PHP files to 20 different websites on 20 different IPs, but that's for either later today or tomorrow now. Got rolled. So yeah, 26, pretty meager score. I then copy that over to there. Just give it a quick underline. And that would be yellow, I think. Just scrape the yellow. Let's have a look. Yeah, yellow is 15 to 35. So I just scraped the yellow. Let's, where's the, I can't even get to the thing, can I? No, I'm going to have to go like this. Whee. Crazy that this little thing here goes in the, yep, and you can't move it. I mean, why put it in the bottom right hand corner where it takes over? Sorry, that's this bottom right thing is the video capture icon thing. Right, what was I doing? Ah, yeah, I was going to add that score. So yeah, it's typical spreadsheet stuff that will be done automatically. I find my score. Okay. I then apply the color, and we'll notice actually it's pretty much the same as last week because it wasn't a priority. We did this. We did this and we did this well, and that's what created the inquiry, and then it suddenly went crazy with inquiries and stuff, you know? And seeing as those inquiries converted the $87,000 shows that it works in a real world business is definitely category 2 Cape Villas and is definitely category 1 presentation. So the technology was done here, it needed to be done. It's not essential to push that right now. What is essential is to get that money in and to make the presentation, you know. So and also if you hit all greens as Googlers would know them, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right if you're hitting all your targets. It just means you're not ambitious enough in your targets. Okay, so what's okay, OKRs? Yeah, well, seeing as this is an OKRs video, let's do the OKRs scoring. So I'm first gonna go to last week's. Yeah, we've gone past an hour now, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So with the OKRs, since I changed, now this is, no, it should be okay. Seeing as I can't use the controller, if I do that, yeah. Now, because on the daily planner, I put in all this information here, and this is all OKR system work, plus the plan, adapt, and execute diary is now so much in play, it becomes a vital part of planning out the day, changing, adapting, etc., etc., writing notes so as I know what's happened. You know, for just filling this in, making the notes, I award myself 4 points a day. So that's 32 points. So it starts off well. Um, let's go through. So now we're doing exactly the same thing as we did last time, but instead of for category 3, we're doing it for category 4. This time we start immediately because Monday mornings is always OKRs, and in fact today Monday afternoon is. So yeah, yeah. So that's 5 points. Okay. KR scores just the one. I think that opportunity came in, so that's why it adapted. So let's just one. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any more OKRs that day. I think that was because I did quite a lot the week before, or the weekend before. Okay. Yep, there's no more OKRs there. There shouldn't be that much more other than the occasional little one there, for example, which to a degree is covered in the in those bonus points. But if I make a special point, it means I've done something, gone out the way above and beyond. And it also means I should look in my diary to refer to something important to OKRs. Now here's where something happened that was interesting. OKR 13-week diary to the rescue. 13-week OKR planner and video. Ah, right. Okay. Now how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that should have scored a 25-point bonus that you can see there. Yeah. And the general rule is you're allowed 8 sixes in a quarter, I think. Or 4, is it? 1, 7, 2, yeah, I think it's 1, 7, 4, 6.5s, 8 sixes, something like that. You know, it would be simpler if it was 1, 7, 2, 6.5s, 4 sixes, 8 5.5s, 5.5 giving you a 12.5 bonus. But yeah, you know, there should be more than 2 6.5s probably. Anyway, as for the 13-week diary to the rescue, this is actually the video that we see here. Video 003, T2, TBS, OKRs, CC, for Lee Marie Braswell, etc. Where was I? Okay, so that was 6, 7, 8, 9 points. This is the 13-week planner, but we went into that in the last video. So, and we'll be looking at it a lot in the next video. Now, really, I should probably write write it out. 3 plus 6, so equals 3 plus 6 for the 9, because that's the formula that would be used in the software. And it also makes sense. People can look and go, oh, okay, that was 3 points and that was 9 points. But you know, the amount of time you spend doing your OKRs, if you're doing so much of that you're failing to execute other tasks, you know, there's a time balance. So where was I? There we are. Right. Okay. Okay. More OKR tasks. I just looking for anything that says OKRs. There we go. 2 points there, whatever that was. Daily planner and execute diary. Yeah, that was for. Okay. Nothing, nothing, nothing. OKRs, videos, there's a 2 there, and at the end there's a 2 as well, so that's 4. So 2 and 2. No, it was a different day. In fact, I've made a bit of a mess up here because this and this was from a different day, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So let's just first day. Let's find out when that previous one. This was the Tuesday. So yeah. This was the Thursday. Okay, we're back. Let's get back to that Thursday. And it was a 2 and 2. Right, 2 and 2 and 4. So I'll just equals 2 plus 2. That shows us the 4. Let's get rid of all the stuff that isn't relevant. And we're back here. Anything else for OKRs? Nope, nope, nope. No, 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 no. Shouldn't be anything on a Saturday. No. But there should on a Sunday. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2. Yeah, you and you. Okay, leave the space to write the Saturday. Okay. What's the time? 16:30. I'm flagging a bit. Need a bit of caffeine. I don't really drink coffee because I never really got into it. So I just take a little caffeine pill, 50 milligrams, about the same as 1 1/3 cups of coffee. A cup of coffee has about 40 milligrams of caffeine, or about the same as a glass of Coke, can of Coke. So Saturday, yeah, okay, let's add the scores. You see, there's a lot of it psychological because I'm already feeling more awake now. Certainly takes more than 30 seconds to take effect. Okay, so we've got a 1 and a 4 for a 5 and a 1. Okay. So that's a 5. So let's just do it right. 1 plus 4. Remember to put in the equals. Remove. And 1. Okay, so that's the 60 points for a pink. That's good. Always nice to hit the pink. Of course, next quarter, not going to be a pink anymore because I'll downgrade all scores. Well, I'll actually upgrade the amount. Well, we talked about this earlier. Instead of it being over 50 for a pink, it'll probably be over 100. But for now, that's the pink. So let's whiz over to the left and add that score. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do the admin score for now because I don't really do a lot of admin. There, I have been giving myself a bonus for admin for some reason. Let's just see what that is, though, before I move on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm giving myself a bonus for monitoring emails all the time. I haven't done it during this video because that wouldn't be appropriate. But yeah. Yeah, I used to monitor emails once every couple of days. Now I monitor every couple of hours. So I give myself 3 points a day for doing that. And to be quite honest with you, all the stuff that I'm doing is kind of admin anyway. This admin category is not a main category in my OKRs. It's not the main thing that I'm supposed to be doing. It's just for, uh, you know, financial stuff, writing to the bank or whatever, silly things that come along, tax, little things like that. Not that tax is a little thing, it's just making enough money to pay tax, so it's irrelevant. And my book, Unbreakable, explains exactly why that is. Okay, so what I will do, however, because it's very easy, is add the personal and medical score. And I am for now, because I don't really remember doing much admin. I did a little bit of admin. I'm going to, what I do sometimes is just give a yellow because I know I've reached that yellow. I didn't do enough for a green. And that's, just saves me counting it all out, etc. As we just seen. Really, these 1, 2, 3, 4 are the main 4. I start really with the FDR free napkin plan per John Dawes' book. And that was the the third quarter, which was the first quarter I started doing this in. And I added a fourth, being the OKRs maintenance. So the free FDR 3-point napkin plan is 1, 2, and 3. And number 4 is just making sure I execute that plan. So it was so important that it became the 4th point on the napkin. The others are just there as bonuses. The personal medical is there because if you can get your staff to use this system to help them achieve their goals, losing weight, gaining weight if that's what's necessary, giving up smoking, cutting down alcohol, cutting down whatever needs to be cut down, they're going to love you for it. They're going to use the system, and you're going to save people's lives. And that's good branding. As we said before, OKRs saved my life is good branding. Google use it. That's great branding. Microsoft use it. That's great branding. OKRs saved my life is equally good branding. And as far as the higher technology, the company controller, we want people to be using these systems integrated into their life as much as possible. And for Vincent at Hey Jude, yeah, you're now maybe understanding what I'm talking about when I mentioned this to you earlier. I'm just gonna make a note. I'll go back and make a note of the time that I said that if I get the opportunity. Okay, so sorry, let's quickly do that medical score. Here, instead of going through all this rigmarole, which I could have done. I'm just going straight to the daily planner and the health score, 137. Now, that's the pink because, this week cut down smoking to 1, maximum 2 weeks. In fact, let's have an exact look. Where's it gone? Ah, here it is. Yeah. 2 yesterday. 2, sorry. That's 2 there, 2 there. 2 yesterday, 2 the day before, 2 the day before, 2 the day before that, 1 the day before that, 1 the day before that, 1 the day before that. But that was getting ill, a load of stress I didn't need. That's why the defend came in. Defend the OKR. Don't let that go up to 5. You know? Keep it. Keep it. And you see here for going down. And if you look previous weeks, we were at 2, 3, 3, 3, 6, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5. So you see it's going down. So just hitting 1 for 2 days was spectacular. You know? And even 2 is spectacular. But I make up the health scores as I go along to my own personal benefit. And so I gave myself a nice juicy 150 bonus for, you can see that there, for the 1. And I gave myself the exact same bonus the next day for maintaining only the 1. And the 3rd day, I lowered that bonus to 100 because you can't keep that up forever. The next objective is obviously 0. But when I went back to 2, I gave myself a minus 50. So as I wouldn't do that again, but I did. So another minus 50. Still 2, which is a great result, But going back 2 weeks ago, that would have been the best result since 30 years. And then, did I give myself a, minus 50 again for 2, and minus 50. So minus 50 points for 2, and plus 100 points. In fact, it will go up to 150 points because I make it up as I go along for health stars. It's not anywhere near as regimental as the ticks. These are all very, very, I could justify every single tick here. Whereas the health stars, make that, it's an added bonus to the OKRs. It is not the OKRs themselves. So, that 137 is easily made because I count up the health stars and I add the bonuses. So instead of having to do the planner, I just copy in that. Okay, so for the total score from the daily planner, that's quite easy. It is the whatever figure it is, but I divide it by 3. So daily planner, 450 points. Oops. And then I just divide that by 3. Okay, there we go. This comes later, if at all, the score from the 13-week planner, which sort of didn't happen for the last few weeks. But you can see it here, that's how it worked. Whether it's necessary or not, if you're redoing the 13-week planner every week, but in general, the 13-week planner is not necessarily supposed to be remade every week. I'm not sure it should be. I think the idea is you make it once and you add to it maybe. not you change it all the time. You only have to change it all the time if you have to go into wartime CEO mode. And next year's planner, which we're going to be focusing on in the next video, is much more structured into we're doing one thing here, really focusing on the 10 technologies. And then we're doing another thing here, which is really focusing on the legal challenges. Damani's an ally, not a person who the challenge is for. And then after that, we'll work out as we go. But I'm already thinking week 1 and 2, because of the opportunities that have come along and because there are further opportunities, I'm probably going to shift all this along 2 weeks and focus on Cape Villas more for those first 2 weeks. Probably. Also depends on my olive branch to some pesky ex-employees. If they don't take me up on it, then we're going to see a lot of wartime CEO stuff going on, and we're talking punitive. The action that I take will not be to win money, it is to make such an example out of them that no one ever messes with me again. And no one else in South Africa tries their tactics again. But anyway, not leaving this on a low, because this has been a very positive session. Let's just have a look at the I wonder if I can now. I can't actually change the magnification back to the higher, but that's okay. So just on a leaving note, we can see at the beginning we have some yellows, greens and some pinks. Yellows, greens and pinks. I'm not going to get into these at all. Yeah, we see there's a couple of disappointing weeks here other than category 1, and that's because I had to adapt everything because maniac doctor in the UK thought he would mess with me, and he's now looking at charges that 2 of them are life in prison, and certainly one is 7 years in prison. Conspiracy to pervert the course of justice, which is 7 years in the UK up to. And instead of him just not messing with me, he thought he'd mess with me, and I had to spend that whole time writing out his doom, shall we say? And that made for the book, which is now Unbreakable, and I had to adapt everything. So these 2 I really didn't accomplish a lot, and you can see that clearly. You can see we're hitting pinks all over the place. But then the conspiracy to pervert the course of justice started. But I rallied. I rallied well. And we can see here, these 2 weeks, load of pinks. And in particular, this week, there was the major threat that Max CDN was retiring at the end of the year. That's the content distribution network. And we had to change a load of stuff. It wasn't easy. It really wasn't easy, but we had to change a load of stuff. It's easy if you know what you're doing, exactly that, and you're a system admin. But if you're not a system admin, if you're, more like the guy that designs the systems on a spreadsheet and then gives it over, and who does the HTML and does the CSS to a degree, or combined with a PHP MySQL programmer, we don't do complex CDN stuff, but we did it, and that threat was neutralized. And you can see ever since then it's been relatively plain sailing. There's been a few bumps, and these aren't bumps. This is just that wasn't as I explained earlier, the priority wasn't SWeb coding this week and last week. The priority was Kate Villas and the presentation. OKR maintenance isn't a priority other than the fact that by doing good OKR maintenance, I managed to hit my OKRs on all my other things. So it is a priority. We'll note that question mark there is for the tick. I think, yeah, I did actually give a 100-point bonus there. I think I did, or was it? Yeah. And that's why the question marks there. Is maybe that should be removed because it's out of step with the rest. Why was that week so much better than that week? And that's only because of the 100-point bonus. Wasn't necessarily much better. It doesn't mean this week is particularly poor. It just means there was that bonus there. But we've talked about these bonuses, and I think we're near the end of this video. And in fact, I would say we're at the end of this video because this video has been all about the key result weekly scores, and we've shown that here. Okay, so I'm going to leave you here. If you've listened through all this, well done. If you're a developer, you know, this is part of the series. Make sure you watch the previous ones. If you're an investor, you know, let's do some business, you know. Everybody says it's very difficult to work as an individual. Now, for a while, a few years ago, when I was doing my theoretical work, taking ideas from quantum mechanics and then loop quantum gravity and turning that into macroeconomics, you know, that was stuff you do on your own. Really is. So I didn't understand that. But when it comes to doing all the other stuff, running the business, doing the admin, making money, paying taxes, all of that stuff, you know, you do need a team for that. I need a team. And I hope that team, straight out of, well, if it's not out of Silicon Valley, it's certainly out of the USA. Co with India, because those guys are just fantastic at what they do and are a superb value. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. This has been the 4th OKRs video, the 3rd of which is public. On Boxing Day, the 26th of December, and the time is now in London, 16:51. And this is Nick Ray Ball saying goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video, where we won't be going over this so much. I believe in the next video, I really want to go back to this 13-week planner and plan for the next year. You know, I don't want to go into next year in week 1. Well, I don't mind day 1 or day 2 of week 1, but yeah, for sure, it's about a sum up of the year, and to a degree, this video has been a sum up of the year. But yeah, the next video is going to be a sum up of the year and a real focus on this after I will have got some sort of answer or no answer at all from the UK legal problem, which is, sorry, the South African legal problem, the Condon and Heaver lawsuit or not, which will mean I will either have to deal with that, put a lot of time in these first 3 weeks, or not. Hopefully not, and I can, you know, the ball is definitely, the momentum is with Kate Villas and SWeb, so that makes a lot of sense. This is what I love doing though, all the stuff in pink, the 10 technologies. That's what I really want to be doing. But if I have to move all this back 2 weeks, yeah, You know, I don't really want to, but you know, that's what next week's video is going to be all about. Okay, that's it. Nick Ray Ball signing out. Merry Christmas. Have a happy new year. Have a great 2023. Have a great 2023.